And I think when times get tough, people start to turn on each other. Hello everybody, welcome back to the cabin, welcome back to Commonwealth. Flipper, you know, sales were a little slow for a while, and then bang bang, 2 straight days of really good sales. I know that summer slowdown's a thing. Been hearing a lot of feedback. It must really be slowing down for some folks out there. And I've heard a lot of folks that I respect saying, yeah, it's slowed down a little bit for me too. I've seen some other folks, non-YouTubers, that are having really good sales. So I can't quite figure it all out, but I do know I've been hearing a lot of folks, you know, summer slowdowns for real. But I've also been hearing some other stuff lately that I responded to the other day on Instagram. I usually don't do that, but I did on Instagram because somebody was not exactly very nice to me in a couple of messages, and there was just a flood of it coming in on a couple of different platforms. And I had heard some feedback from some other people saying they're experiencing the same thing too. And I think maybe when times get tough, resellers out there become a target for many different reasons. And I want to talk about that today and a bunch of sales. We had a ton of sales come in today, so we're going to have a bunch on it in the next episode as well. Let's take a look. First item up is pretty cool. Item sold pretty darn quick as well. It's from Pyro, I believe. There it is. My Police Cycle. Look at that thing. And this was a Goodwill buy. And see if I can get this off right here. There you go. And it looked like it was complete. Stuff still in the package, some of it. So that was a pretty good buy. 36 bucks plus shipping for that one. Nice job, Blueberry Mama. Next item up is for Maria. She says it's for her husband, who is a big kid at heart, and she loves finding this type of stuff in the store. So thank you, Maria. This is another Blue Ridge Mama buy. She went out to some yard sales with me. We had a meeting in the morning on a Saturday, so I didn't go out early on a Saturday, and I'm like, hey, you want to see if we can hit some? It'll be like 11:30, 12 before we get out. She's like, sure, and we still found a few things. And this one was one of them. That one right there. Planet Pizza, so this is from Toy Story. That one right there sold for 20 bucks free ship, which doesn't sound great, and you know, we paid $1 for it, but it does go out first class in the 8x6x4 box, I think. I'm pretty sure it'll fit in there. And we'll have just enough after we package it up to get it at about 15.9 ounces. Next item's headed out of here, 1987. Best year ever. Love it right here. This is a, I can't remember what it's, Darkwing, I think. Decepticon. Found that one in Goodwill for, was it 49 cents? It was a great deal. And I looked at it, and it was like propped up and kind of back in there. And I'm like, what is that? And like, that thing looks, and I saw the Transformer sticker and looked at the back, and it's an old one. Pretty excited. That one's headed out to Chad. Another viewer sale. We have 6 viewer sales today, which is really very kind of y'all, but that is not nearly as many as we've had lately, and I don't say that complaining at all. I always like to say how many viewer sales because it's one of the most often asked questions I get. So I want to be transparent whether you think it's, you know, not fair or whatever. I just want to be honest about it with folks so that they see, you know, some people ask me, you know, should I build a YouTube channel to get stuff? I just want to see the percentage, you know, or some people will just get mad, flat mad at it. And it's like, well, you know, you sold 40 things, but you know, you showed 12 of them to viewers. So that would only be 28. Well, whatever. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just trying to be very, very transparent and give you an idea. So today looks like there's about 6 that I'm aware of. So Chad, I appreciate it. Chad, if y'all remember, and to see, I think he's written his channel there, Journey 247 Walking Videos. If you remember, Chad was the gentleman who took us out and chauffeured me around in Minnesota when we went up to yard sales up there. That was really kind of you. And he sent me a couple messages about this. Hope everything's going well for you this summer. This is going to be a great addition to my collection. Thanks so much, your friend Chad's Rare Treasures. So Chad, thank you very much. And that's headed off. Oh, and you used a coupon. So it's $44 with a coupon, which was 10% off, which is really cool. So thank you. I hope you enjoy it. And that was a cool find. I really enjoyed finding it. And on top of that, I just want to mention one more thing. I also try to put very competitive prices out there because I do realize that viewers do buy things. So I want to put prices out there that are right in line with what the eBay selling prices are going to be. Sometimes a little lower, sometimes a little higher, based on conditions. So Chad, thank you so much. Reagan will be very happy this creepy doll's headed out of here. This is the 3rd time we've sold this particular doll. One time I bought it. Actually, I got it for free. Blue Ridge Mama's seen it twice since and has sold it now twice. Didn't go for much. It used to sit right here and scare Reagan. That one right there sold for 15 bucks plus shipping. And I got to be careful with the feet right there. I want to break it. So, not big money, but, you know, if you get them cheap enough, what the heck, right? Next one is a charity auction going out, and it is a hat signed by Matt Part-Time Pickers, and a hat signed by me. There you go, and we auctioned those off for charity. Well, I get requests all the time to do stuff like this, and we do different things, and sometimes we just can't do everything. So my apologies if you've asked us and we just, you know, it gets lost in the shuffle, but this one just seemed right. It seemed right for many different reasons. The charity itself and the fact that the money is going directly to the charity through a link that we're able to donate through, and it's the American Cancer Society. It's by Chad Gateway Pickers, who, if you comment, you'll often see him comment. He has for a long time. And actually, I think he has a video about this as well on his channel, Gateway Pickers. And we just decided to do this auction and give him the money. And then he gave me the link and I donated. I think maybe if I have the link, or maybe I'll just point you towards his video if you're interested in doing it. It's the Shave to Save event. And so we went ahead and did that one. And I'm glad we did, but I'm not very glad at the way I did this auction here. I don't even think I mentioned it on the channel. I mentioned it on Instagram and I forgot to promote it while it was going on. So I was hoping for it to go up, you know, at least past 50 bucks. So Chad, if you're listening, we actually did more because I felt like we let you down a little bit. So we just sent, instead of the 40, we sent 100 bucks over there in the name of Commonwealth Flipper channel from all of us here. And, you know, all the purchases out of CommonwealthPicker.com and all the viewer sales that we get from you. So we sent the 40 from Michael and covered all the fees and sent a bunch more your way. So thank you so much for doing that. And again, I apologize if you've asked us to do something. Sometimes we'll send stuff for people to do auctions. I know Troy does some and whatever. And it's difficult to say yes to everybody. So my apologies. But at least we could do that for you, Chad. Thank you, Gateway Pickers. Appreciate it. That reminds me of the topic today that I want to talk about. It ties in a little bit, but let's grab one more sale real quick. This is one of the CDs from that Holy Moly sale down there. This one, Golden Arms. Never heard of it. Redemption. Parental Advisory. That one right there. Sold for $15 plus shipping. All right, let's talk about this topic a little bit. I've been getting a lot of people messaging me. I've been getting a lot of really negative feedback lately, especially Facebook and on Twitter. Most of the folks who follow me on YouTube know what I do. They watch this channel as well, the Commonwealth Flipper channel, and so they kind of get to know me. They get to know my family. They don't criticize me as much because the folks on TikTok are just seeing those short videos. Or over on Facebook, they're not seeing everything. They're seeing very narrowed down, kind of lacking contextualization videos, and they just see somebody buying something for $5 and selling it for $100, and they just think that resellers are just the scum of the earth. And, you know, not only that, you know, when I try to get a deal, it's, you know, if it's for 15 and I try and get it for 10 and I'm selling it for 80, it's like, holy cow, you think we're the worst people in the world. But I think most people who watch this channel realize that, and most people who do watch this channel are just out there trying to make a living, trying to not live the life that everybody else is in the rat race if you're doing it full time. Or if you do have a full-time job, you're trying to work in a way to provide something extra, vacation, family, retirement, you know, something, college education for your family, or just to pay off debt or whatever it is that you're doing. By the way, that's a great question we should look at. If you have a second to write a comment, tell me below, what are you using the money? Everybody's going to put gas. I got to pay for gas, right? Well, what are you using the money that you're making off of reselling for, if you're not full-time? I'm just curious below, what's your why? You know, what are you doing the money for? Why are you doing it? Or you just love it? So let me know. All right, so let me read you the comment. I'm not going to get into all the comments that folks sent me, but had a few people on Instagram, when I posted this, they sent me a bunch of messages about other topics like, hey, you know, we've been criticized like in public, in thrift stores, because they know we're resellers and they think we're, you know, doing bad things by reselling and whatever. And I think when times get tough, people start to turn on each other. And I think what I know about the resale community and what you guys know about the reseller community is how kind most everybody in this community really is to each other and how generous we are to each other. I hope that's the case anyways, but a lot of people outside this community just don't see it that way. And when some of this social media gets outside of our niche, boy, it's surprising to see just how much angst comes the reseller way. So at any rate, I'm going to read this. I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to read it anyways. All right, I kind of changed my mind. It gets a little boring to read a long thing. So I'm going to give you a brief synopsis of the comment. And this is a pretty mild one compared to what I was seeing lately. And I do think a lot of it has to do with the economy and how difficult it is for some people right now. But it does make me kind of angry to see that we're just doing what businesses do in general. We're buying low, we're selling high. We're not going out there and lying to people and cheating and doing all that stuff. We're just trying to make a living, buying low and selling high. And I can't believe how many people out there think that it's my job to not only educate the person on what they're selling, but then to go above and beyond what they're asking and to pay them even more for it, which is kind of funny, to be perfectly honest with you. You know, very, very few places, you know, very few corporations are going to be asked to do that or whatever. Not to mention, you never hear anybody complain when somebody goes into, you know, the Goodwill and gets a good deal on something. You're like, oh, well, Goodwill should get more money than that. You know, if you're buying it from Walmart, nobody ever complains about Walmart. Like, you're ripping Walmart off, right? It's just the fact that you're at a garage sale and somebody's asking something for an item that's actually worth quite a bit more, but they're not going to sell it, and that's the big kicker, right? But the biggest problem I had with this one was the fact that they felt like they knew me and that they could judge me, and I got a little ticked off. I probably shouldn't, but let me give you a synopsis. Basically, they said I was a cheapskate because I was trying to save money in a garage sale. And, you know, I think they wanted $3 a piece for something. And I said, how about 2 for $5? And they just went off like, you know, you're a cheapskate. Everybody else who does this on social media, they always give more money and whatever. And first of all, that's not true. But, you know, and I've done it from time to time. But I tell people all the time, I buy 5,000 things a year. You know, if you can save $1 on 5,000 things, you just made a lot of money. A lot more money than you would have. You just saved a lot more money than you would have. But let me know if you have social media or just in your family circle or in your friend circle. Are you facing criticism for being a reseller? Are you willing to stand up for yourself? I've seen a lot more of that lately as well in the community. People coming into my comments and commenting on the other people's comments, which is kind of neat to see. You know, it makes you feel good about yourself. You know, don't take a backseat to anybody. What you're doing, what we're doing, it's not immoral, it's not wrong, it's not unjust, it's nothing like that. It's exactly the opposite. We're trying to provide for our families, pay bills, put gas in the gas tank, save for college, save for retirement. We're no different than anybody else out there, no business out there. Everybody's trying to get whatever it is they're selling as cheap as they can and sell for as much as they can. And that's the way the world rolls. I hate to tell folks out there. But don't be ashamed of what you do. I'm proud of what I do, and I hope you guys are too. We joke about being cheap, but in reality, you know, I joke about being cheap because I want to save money on the stuff I'm buying, but I really don't think I'm cheap. I think I'm frugal. I think many resellers are very frugal, but I think many of y'all are extreme. I know how generous you guys are because you're generous to me. You're generous to all the charities we support and all that stuff. And it is possible to do both, right? And that's, I think, what kind of ticked me off because I know how much my kids, you know, when we do the whole dollar save dollar, spend dollar, donate, you know, my kids really do that. And we do it as a family, and I'm proud of it. And so when basically they're saying, you know, karma's going to get you and how terrible a person I am, and kind of set me off a little bit, especially in defense of my kids. So this little dog outfit, I guess is what it is. The Redskins. Sold for $11 plus shipping. If you want to know the truth, what really got me on tilt there was the 2 comments I read before that. I rarely delete comments, but the 2 comments I read before that were talking about my kids. And they were criticizing me, but mentioning my kids. And that's an easy delete for me. It's like, no, we're not going to go there. And so that already got me riled up when I read that one. So Forgive me, I'm human. What can I tell you here? Anyway, these 2 earrings right here, 2 earrings, of course 2 earrings, right? These sold for $7 plus shipping. A lot of the people that come to the defense of resellers always use some interesting arguments that I don't often think of. I just think more along the lines of moral right and wrong, but they use arguments that might relate to some of the younger generation, which is the people who are criticizing resellers the most, which is to reuse and recycle and all those things. And that's what this reminds me of right here. So it's not a huge item, $6 plus shipping for these old Daisy, you know, items here. And, you know, I don't know why somebody wants these, but somebody does, and they're going to get a heck of a lot better deal buying stuff used off of eBay than they would be getting it on something, you know, something retail. And I'm happy to sell it to them. $6 plus shipping. NWO stickers headed out of here. This one's headed to, I think Heather is the name on the account anyways, and they were very, very kind and just wanted to thank us for the videos and for a lot of learning on reselling. Hopefully learning not to sell Tupperware. So Heather, thank you very much for watching. If you ever sold golf clubs, Titleist is a great name, and Vokey is a great name for a pitching wedge, and it reminded me of one of the criticisms I saw in a comment the other day. And a response to that criticism, when they're like, well, why don't you just pay up for it? You're going to make a bunch of profit on it, blah, blah, blah. And you could tell from the yard sale, just like where I bought this one. I know exactly where I bought this club. I bought a ton of clubs, and I promise you, those people have far more money than I will ever have. I mean, it was a huge house in a very beautiful neighborhood, and I didn't pay very much for these clubs. I don't know exactly what I paid, but I promise you, those folks are millionaires. That doesn't make something right or wrong. I don't think it makes a difference. You should do the right thing regardless of how much money people have or not have. But it is interesting that they want, you know, a lot of this, people who criticize, they want fairness, right? What they think is fair. Not what the 2 people involved in the deal think is fair. And they want people to pay up. But in reality, if they saw how a lot of resellers live, much more simple lives without as many bells and whistles, they want those people to pay up to people that have far more money than they do. I think that's an interesting way to look at it too. All right, we got a little, uh-oh, you don't like dogs, Pepper. Little cat and dog here. Who's that right there?
Snoopy.
It's not Snoopy. It's a Scooby.
Oh, yeah. Scooby.
Oh, my goodness. I should probably edit that out of the video. You don't know Snoopy from Charlie Brown? It's Scooby. Hey, can you see the little thing on his neck? Pull it out. Ooh, put your hand down here and pull it out. There you go. Pull it out. What do you think of that?
Oh, that's cool.
Pretty cool, huh? Paid $1 for that and sold it for $10 plus shipping. So it's not a bad little profit right there. Definitely enough for you to do what?
Save $1, spend $1, and donate $1. Bye.
You know, one thing's for sure, if resellers pay more for items, then you, by definition, you're either taking money out of your own pocket, or you're passing that cost on to the person who buys it from you, and you're taking it out of their pocket. If you pay up to somebody, somebody's going to lose out on some money somewhere. So, can you tell I'm defensive? I'm telling you, it was those comments about my kids got me riled up. I can handle the criticism, trust me. 21 years as a public high school teacher, 20 years as a public high school baseball coach, and plenty of years of marriage. I can handle some criticism now. $30.40 after a coupon, I think, plus shipping on those. This is kind of a funny one. This is a viewer that bought this, and they're like, I found the absolute least expensive thing I could buy in the whole store, which is an old lunch bag giveaway. I guess that Liberty University did at one point. And I don't even know where I picked these up, to be honest with you. And they were on discount, or they were on sale. They used 10% off coupon, and they were only $6 to begin with. They've been in the store forever. And so they got them for less than that. I mean, we're making like $1 on this thing, which is funny. But I'm glad somebody's going to get to use it. Reagan's out there talking to the cats. Oh, she got a cat. I guess we're going to do Reagan's sales a little early. Let me read this comment, and then we'll do your Commonwealth picker sales. All right. Normally, we wait till after the eBay cave to do them, but she's ready, and you got a visitor. Did I see Boots coming here, too? Yeah, Boots is here, too. I wanted to be sure you got this message, so I bought the cheapest item in the store. I live in Dallas, home of Heritage Auctions. They are a world-class auction house. They had an auction of only VHS tapes. 260 lots were sold. The gross sales were $580,000. The lowest sold for $100. The highest was Back to the Future, owned by Tom Wilson, the actor who played Biff, original VHS, 1986. It's a really cool story there. I'll give you 3 guesses. The sale price, no higher than, let's see, what, I'm confused. Oh, I see. The sale price for that one was $75,000. Oh, and he asked a question, who mows my yard? Right now, presently, my dad has been mowing my yard. I mowed my yard for years. Bubba did it for a couple of years. Well, for about 6 months to a year.
I don't know if I'm ever going to be tall enough to do it.
Reagan doesn't mow the grass yet, but would you like to mow the grass?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll do it. Grandpa needs a day off, so we'll definitely do that for sure. So we're trying to get, well, not trying. Actually, we've got it set up. We just got nailed down a time. A VHS expert from one of the grading companies. And, you know, that's a little bit touchy with some of those grading companies. But there's somebody I'd love to have on the Trash Cash podcast, and we may have them on soon because I'd like them to shed some light because I get tons of questions about VHS. Right? No name?
Yeah.
All right, let's get to CommonwealthPicker.com.
Y'all too.
Reagan is enamored by the music box.
It's so weird.
Why don't you let these 2 mongrels out of here? What do you think?
Boots is scared. Is he okay? Boots. Go on. Go on.
All right, y'all. Reagan sold some things out of the CommonwealthPicker.com store. What do you got?
Mark got an Enema Man. Tracy got a blue CWP shirt. And Maria got a gray CWP shirt and a fanny pack.
And a fanny pack. The fanny packs are down there. So, and we got a bunch of stuff you got to ship out of here tomorrow. And a few more things we got to say thank yous for tomorrow as well. You've been working hard here, so hopefully, I think you've got 8 orders with like 11 things headed out of here tomorrow. So, anyway, if y'all are watching, we do shipping. Well, she does shipping.
Yeah.
And sometimes Bub's girlfriend helps on Tuesday mornings. So if you buy something on Tuesday afternoon, you're not going to get it shipped out till the next Tuesday.
Actually, though.
Yeah, that's true. You guys have been doing a little bit on Friday too, huh?
No, because I have practice in the morning.
That's right.
So, not like kind of afternoon.
Yeah, Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then hopefully Daddy can remember to get to the post office on Saturday.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, Reagan.
Bye, and don't forget to get your stickers at CommonwealthPicker.com.
Hi, y'all. Reagan's taking off. We sold, what did we sell? Sonic Generation Wii game? Let's see here. Sonic Generation. It's funny because most of the time, if it's a video game short or reel that goes on one of those, people get the most amount of video game stuff. Which I think is funny because nobody has a problem whatsoever going to GameStop and getting next to nothing for their game and then paying up over there. It's basically the same thing. Moral of the story is if you want to get the most amount for your item, bring it to the marketplace that is going to bring you the most amount, which is not a garage sale. It's an online marketplace. So, you know, people that sell garage sales, they just want it gone most of the time. And if you can find one of these guys at a garage sale, you will be in business for sure. Anyway, just wait till I sell out before you put them up. This one's going out to Kelly. And Kelly, I don't think I see a message. Let me look. All right, Kelly, my apologies, but I cannot find a message if you left it for me. So we're going to go into the eBay cave. If I find it between now and then, I'll read it. So this one is going to a viewer. Checking really quick. It's going to Andrew. And it's going to his wife for her birthday. This is her birthday present. That's a little pressure right there. Man, I'm going to have to make that thing look good. And that's going to be tough because my wife stole this one the other day and used it out in the backyard. So now I have to clean it, you know. But, you know, I guess we'll do what we can do. And that one went out for $65 plus shipping, but they had a coupon, so it's a little cheaper than that. Hey, y'all, I don't have any sales in here, which is kind of odd. Normally we have 1, maybe 2 sometimes. So we're going to end the show from in here since we've already done Reagan's bit out there. Have a shed update, a little shed update. So it's still 6 weeks out, maybe 8 weeks before the electric's done. And the guy who, he's an old ball player of mine, guy that used to play baseball for me quite a while ago when I first started coaching varsity baseball. And so he's a big old guy now, and he's got far more skills than me. So he's going to help me build that shed. He's going to do 99% of the work, to be honest with you, because I don't know what I'm doing. And we're talking about the front porch. We're going to build a little front porch off the front. which I like. You know, the idea of having a, you know, chair out there, being able to come out and take a break, doing some work, and, you know, listen to the birds and stuff. I like that stuff. You see me sitting in my chair out there. You know, it's nice to just take an hour break or something, you know, watch the kids play. Whatever. So he started planning that out. We're starting to buy stuff for that because we're going to put the electric in first, obviously, and then he's going to insulate it, and then we're going to have a different guy doing the electric, then we're going to insulate it, then we'll build the front porch, and then after that, we're going to really design the inside of the cabin and make it fit, because we're doing pictures out there, we're doing cleaning out there, we're doing storage out there. Everything that's listed will go in the Commonwealth cabin. And so basically everything that's unlisted that needs pictures first out there, and then, you know, at the end of the day, everybody's said, hey, why is this so far away from the other one? You got to walk. It's not that far from the other one. And so once pictures and all that stuff are done for the day, I'll come and I'll put them up in the cabin. I like the idea of having 2 separate spaces, one for storage, one for incoming, for processing, for cleaning, for pictures, and then one for selling, for shipping, right? And I like that setup very, very much. It's going to make it flow. It was really expensive to do this. We've paid about half of it to this point. Actually, you have paid half of what we've paid so far through the Inaman sales, the Enema Men sales, and through Buy Me a Coffee, which we call Buy Me a Shed. And I haven't mentioned these lately, and I apologize, but Fat Flipper donated as well. 1 piece of the shed, that's $2. Thank you very much. Blew my knee out a couple of weeks ago at a garage sale. Pulled the truck up. This is his message on Buy Me a Coffee. You can go read them all over there if you want. Link is below. Pulled the truck up, hopped out, and started to slip. Twisted my knee back and heard 2 pops. Here I am sitting on the sofa binging Commonwealth videos. I've been selling on eBay on and off since 1999. That's before my time, you know, about 1.5 years before I started. Recently lost my job, back full-time on eBay. 700 items sold since March. Good, that's awesome. But your videos have been entertaining me along the way. I commented on several. I'd love to do YouTube as well, but I'm a solo dad who also homeschools. Well, that's tough, homeschooling solo dad. I thought I was a good picker, but you've taught me quite a bit. Well, thank you. That's very kind. If you're ever in the Northeast Ohio, give me a call. He's got an Airbnb. That sounds awesome. I might take you up on that sometime. Is there any massive garage sales up there? I'll have to check out Garage Sale Nation. See if there's massive garage sales up in that part of Ohio. So thank you so much. Let's see if I've got any other messages here. I think that's it. Reseller Genie, thanks again for people signing up for that. I've been getting nothing but good feedback. Those links are below too. Or you can just go to my Reseller Genie and use code Commonwealth, all caps. Get a discount. I don't know what, 15%, something like that. Oh, hey, we've got a sponsor for Commonwealth Picker again for one of the videos over there. You guys are going to love this sponsor. I'm super excited about this one, and it should be coming up in the next couple of weeks. So you definitely want to pay attention to that, and we'll do a giveaway on the Flipper channel. So thank y'all for joining us, as always, and I can't wait to see you next